Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, I have a big book haul. I went to 3 different bookstores recently. I bought a bunch of books, so we're going to talk about them. A lot of them are really popular, so I'm excited to definitely read them in the future. Just show them here. So with everything being said, let's jump in. You should subscribe and turn on notifications. And yeah, let's get into my book haul. I do feel the need to mention I am sitting outside, so if, like, as you can see, the lighting's a little weird or changes or you hear noises or there's wind, sorry about it. It's nature. I just want to sit outside because it's really nice out. So yeah, let's jump into the haul. First book, me and my grandma went to breakfast, and there's this really cute old bookstore right next door that I've seen so many times and I've never walked in. So I walked in there, and most of it is vintage books or just more nonfiction books, which I'm personally not interested in. But I found One True Love by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and I haven't seen this book anywhere else, but I also haven't been searching for it. I've just seen 3 different people that I watch on YouTube read it recently, or talking about it at least, and I just read my first Taylor Jenkins Reid book within this past week, so I'm really enjoying her so far. The concept of it was really cool. I don't really pick books based off of authors, but just the concept of this sounded really cool. Books, again, a romance, but also kind of almost like a mystery, and like, I don't know, it sounds cool. Then I'm so excited about this book. I want to say this is a new book, but I've just heard a lot of people talking about it, so maybe it's just popular, and that is Book Lovers. I feel like it's a new book. This book is obviously a romance, and it is based around 2 people who I want to say they're both writers, if not at least super into books, and I don't know much about it, but I love the cover, and again, I've heard lots of people talking about it recently. I was talking to this girl at Barnes & Noble, and I was trying to pick out a new Colleen book because my little Colleen stash has slowly faded because I've read a lot of her books recently. So I went back to the specific Barnes & Noble because they have so many Colleen books, and she recommended Heartbones, and I haven't read it yet, so I picked this book up. I'm very excited to read it. I honestly don't know anything about it, but anytime there's a Colleen book, I just know it's going to be a hit. This book, I like the name, and I'm just excited to read it. And she always has really cool, I don't know, she just gets really cool ideas that are always like complete plot twists or just throw you off your track when you think something's going so well, and just her characters are so relatable. Oh my gosh, I cannot tell you how many people I follow or am subscribed to that have talked about this book recently. This is Things We Never Got Over. I, again, don't know if this is a new release or not. I feel like it's definitely newer. It might not have just come out, and I definitely am excited to read it, and I definitely know there is sensitive topics in this book, but I believe it's kind of a romance. Or maybe like just kind of a coming of age story of this girl and past traumas, and just like dealing with that constantly and being reminded, even in future relationships and dating and whatever. And that's all I know about it, but I love the cover. And also, is this book kind of long? Oh, it is. This book's over 500 pages. Then, my mom has been wanting me to read this so bad because she read the description, and also she really likes covers of books, and she's been telling me to read this for like months, even though she's never read it. She just read the concept and wanted me to read it really bad. I've just been ignoring it for so long because, again, this is a long book as well. This book is over 400 pages, 450 pages or something like that. Or I watched some reviews on this book, and everyone was saying this book was nuts, and they could kind of relate it slightly in a way to Verity by Colleen Hoover. And I don't really think the plots are similar in any sense, but I just think that like the vibe, and it's just like nuts, and I really don't remember much about this. I think it's kind of like a family. I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in this book. I know a girl like travels somewhere in the middle of nowhere and then gets like stuck there with like family or friends, and like it's all guys. I don't even know. I knew I wanted to get at least a couple Colleen books because I don't get out to that Barnes & Noble too often, and I wanted to have a solid few for the next month or 2. So I picked up Maybe Someday. I'm really hoping this is not a sequel or something to a book. It sounds completely like it's its own story, so I'm really hoping it's like, because I think I almost picked up the sequel to the Hopeless book, and then I like quickly realized that was the sequel to a series. So Maybe Someday. Haven't heard anyone discuss this, but again, know every Colleen book is just absolutely going to crush it and pop off. After the majority of those books being from Barnes & Noble, I was like, hey, that's a lot of books, because I still have some to read. Then I was buying a Starbucks at the Barnes & Noble after my purchase, and this book was $5 with any purchase of a Starbucks item, and I was buying a coffee anyway, so It's called Lock the Doors. I haven't heard anyone talk about this book. I don't know if it's YA or not. It's by Vincent Ralph. I've heard of him before, and I've seen a lot of his books in Target, so curious to read. Maybe Vincent, could Vincent be a girl name? Maybe. Vincent wrote this, and I'm very excited to read it. I love a good thriller, murder mystery type book, and this book just sounds kind of creepy and eerie. I always love having at least one on hand because I definitely get in my thriller mood, and like no book will like do anything justice until I get like my thriller fix that I get in. Finally, I went to another local bookstore that I've only been to one other time. They had a bunch of books, some nonfiction and then some popular books, and I found The Paris Apartment, and I literally watched a review on this like 20 minutes before I went to this bookstore, and the girl was saying she really enjoyed it. I know a lot of people think it's overhyped or they didn't like it. It just sounded really fun. A girl is going to live in her brother's apartment, and she gets there and all of a sudden he's missing, and it changes perspective between the neighbors and just people around, and everyone's super suspicious, even like the main sister who is like looking for him, but she's not really looking for, I don't know. Excited to read this book. I also really love like the cover of this book, and hopefully it's good because my grandma wants to read it after, so. Anyway, this lighting is literally awful. Sorry for the changed angle. That is my book haul. These books have been sitting on my bed for 2 days because I didn't want to take them out of the bags or put them on my bookshelves until I made this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time, and I will keep you updated on these books. If there's any you want me to make reading vlogs on, totally suggest it. Might not happen, but you can still suggest it. Anyway, I will see you guys all next time. Love you very much. Peace out. Bye.